Don't diet, just cook. It's going to be the new podcast Chef Pachi is going to have for all of you. People can come. It's going to be Q&A with the questions they want. Hopefully, I can answer them. I have more than 60 years of life, to say the least, and of those, more than 40 of working with food and studying. For now, I want to teach you how to begin to cook without taking out so much time. Hi everyone, today I have some amazing news and we're going to talk about salads and quinoa. Quinoa is not a salad. When we say I'm going to have a quinoa salad, it is generally made with either red or black or our white quinoa that we have right here. Quinoa is a carb. It is a carb though that has a high quality protein. 10% of the content of quinoa is complete protein. So it does add some protein to your food, but just don't forget the other 90% is carb and a little bit of fat. Let's go now into our traditional salads. Traditional salads are made with greens, and they used to be greens and a vinaigrette. And traditional vinaigrettes are 3 times the oil, 1 time the vinegar, a little bit of mustard. It can be dry mustard or it can be prepared mustard, a tidbit of salt and pepper, and sometimes a little bit of honey. And you can use maple syrup if you don't want to use honey. Salads can also become something fun, delicious, and fresh with every meal. And when you have guests and special dinners like Thanksgiving, or you have a wedding or a dinner that has lots of things, pork and turkey and beef and seafood, you want to lighten it up with a green salad that has fresh fruit and color. Color in salads denote the vitamins. Vitamins in red colored fruit are different from yellow colored fruit, from green colored vegetables, and from blue colored fruit. Let me get some. So here we have some blueberries, and they are all so filled with amazing characteristics. So everything that we have that has a different color is always going to give you a different vitamin and mineral and nutrient. If they're fresh, they're all going to be filled with vitamin C. We need a daily dose of vitamin C every day. Here we go with the salad. So I'm going to use some radishes that I can slice. For a salad, you don't have to slice them. You can actually cut them in 4. But when you slice them, you get more of each than when you just cut fourths. For example, we have some cherry tomatoes here. And the cherry tomatoes, one person might choose a piece of a salad and just have 1 cherry tomato. The other person might have a piece of that same salad with 3 cherry tomatoes. So when you slice things like these, it's a lot better for serving because everybody gets a little bit of everything. It's in seconds. Look at the beauty of the color of some greens when we just add little pieces of different kinds of color inside. It immediately bursts out with flavor. Now we're going to talk about citrus and other fruit. We have pears. You can actually add pears and apples to the dressing so that they don't turn brown and oxidize. And they're fresh and they're going to taste delicious. You could actually serve like a pear salad that is only pears or apples in the vinaigrette or your dressing, and then add a little bit of cheese on top and serve it over plain green lettuce. It's delicious and amazing. The cheese is optional. You can add cheese or fruit, any other ingredient you want, and just use like the fruit and the greens, placing the fruit in the dressing. You don't have to do that with citrus. They have enough vitamin C to stay unoxidized for a longer time. So what you can do, it's really easy to cut an orange. People sometimes think, oh, I have to take out all the pieces of orange. No, all you have to do is cut the ends and then just go ahead and cut the sides. And immediately you're going to have the orange slices. And you can keep the sides if you have a dehydrator, dehydrate it, and later add it to many, many foods instead of adding orange rind or orange juice. And it's going to be potent but sweet because it becomes sweeter as it dries. Then all we have to do is slice our orange and place it in our salad. That's the same thing we can do with a tangerine. Tangerines are a little easier because you just peel them and you don't have to remove the outside skin of the tangerine because I'm going to show you how beautiful they look simply cut. This is amazing. And you don't even see the sides. Look at this. They are absolutely beautiful. And you don't have to cut any of the sides. You just peel it. And with the orange that you have to cut it, keep it. It dehydrates beautifully. You can add it to drinks for parties and anything else you want afterwards. So now let's talk about the greens. We have different kinds of greens. We have soft greens and we have crunchy greens. Soft greens are fantastic for your digestion. They are great, filled with nutrients. And crunchy greens, as well as these crunchy vegetables, have another property. They take longer to digest and therefore create something like a sieve in your stomach. This is a theory from Dr. Clyde Wilson at Stanford University from a class that I helped teach the cooking for 10 years and one I took in 2013 just to make sure that I was still on the ball with my nutrition and food science classes. And I learned this is the single most important thing that I learned during all that time was that there was crunchy vegetables that help and aid in the release of the food from your stomach into your blood sugar. So for example, if you have lots of crunchy vegetables before you eat your bread or you eat your pizza or your pasta, it's going to slow it down and your metabolism is going to stay perfect. You're going to regulate your metabolism. You don't have to do that all the time, only when you eat carbs during your meal. What are the crunchy vegetables? If you look up cruciferous vegetables, you're going to find a complete list. And there's one more. And that is celery. Celery is included in that list, even though it is not a cruciferous vegetable. So we create our salads with our greens. This is a cruciferous vegetable and it's not crunchy, but it still is a cruciferous vegetable. These are baby arugula and you can use them in any salad. You can use a large arugula and it is also part of the cruciferous vegetable family. Here you have what you can do for a salad to make it amazing. There is one other trick, and that is the salad spinner. Every time you buy lettuce and greens, especially if you're buying them from the market, directly from the person that grows your greens, they're going to be little teeny weeny things and animals inside. So the one thing I do first is I remove the core. Before doing this, I put it in water and I usually add just a little bit of vinegar that I keep in this little bottle right here. Just a tidbit of vinegar and water. I leave them here for about 5 minutes, more water than this, because It's better to have lots and lots of water so they float. And then when I want to use them, now I have to dry them, because if I don't dry them, all the dressing is going to go down and it's going to get diluted. It's not going to be delicious. We're going to miss all those delicious flavors from the dressing. And the easiest way to try it is with a salad spinner. This old thing that exists from years and years ago works great, because you add your greens there, and it doesn't have to be only lettuce. It can be any of the other greens or cruciferous, and then you turn it around and all of the water comes out. Check it out. Now our leaves are dry, and our dressing is going to get stuck into the leaves as well as the rest of the ingredients of your salad. Eating a salad with all of these delicious ingredients is so pleasurable. Some fresh herbs. You can actually use cilantro if you like cilantro. Ginger, a little bit of ginger in the dressing spikes it up. Fresh, some beautiful heirloom tomatoes that can now be bought smaller. You can add to your salad. You can actually make a salad with just heirloom tomatoes and some herbs and a delicious olive oil. I have my favorite oils for the salads, which are the good olive oil, pistachio oil, and sesame oil. Sesame oil I use with the stronger cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, like cauliflower, like cabbage. It can be purple cabbage, white cabbage. Actually, the cauliflower can be also purple or white or whatever color you choose. They go fantastic with the sesame oil and any citrus. My favorite one is lime juice, and my favorite herb, cilantro. But mix it however you want. Add a little bit of spice and enjoy the most beautiful salad you've ever seen. When you're going to add some cilantro to a salad, try not to cut it up as we do with salsas and ají. Just remove the leaves. The tender leaves tastes amazing. They're a little bit different than the flavor of the chopped leaves. The chopped leaves are stronger. These are a little more tender in flavor, and they go fantastically well with any of the citrus, with your sesame oil, or with any of your oils. So here we go. Everything you need to go and learn to make a delicious salad that has flavor, that is low in calories, but high, super high in vitamins, minerals, and energy. Chefpachi.